Hey, Andy here from builderhottub.com. In this video, we're going to take a look at Jeffrey and Dave's DIY hot tub build. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so welcome to my channel and a brand new build. This is Jeffrey and Dave in Tennessee, USA, and they're building a DIY hot tub. Now, like many, they got in touch because they knew what they wanted to build. They had a rough idea of how they were going to go about it, but they really wanted some help and guidance, and that's why they came to me. So what they sent was a picture of the location, and you can see that behind me, and then the concept that they created for this kind of curved hot tub that was going to be, again, it's at their holiday home location. I think they rent it as an Airbnb as well, but it's a perfect location for a hot tub just down those steps. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. So this is kind of where it started, and they hired me to design all of the plumbing systems for them. I also supplied them the parts, and that's kind of how everything got going. Now, before we take a look at where they are with this project, always a great opportunity for me to say, please do subscribe to the channel, hit that notification icon to be notified when my videos go live. I do 2 long form videos just like this every single week, a whole bunch of shorts, and everything on my channel focuses on DIY hot tubs, plunge pools, parts, and pretty much everything in between. So as I mentioned, the build is going to be out of ICF blocks, so that's Insulated Concrete Forms, and these are the expanded polystyrene, so they've already got the insulation properties in there. They have the rebar structure inside for strength. They're really easy. It's kind of like Lego for adults. You put them together, you then fill them full of concrete, and then you've got an insulated, super strong wall. So it's a great way of creating DIY hot tubs and plunge pools in your backyard. So they started with the foundations, and as you can see, it's got 2 flat sides and it's got that nice curved front as well. It's going to look really, really nice. So the first steps are to get the ICF structure in there in place, and that's exactly what they've done. You can see that behind me here. They're then going to put in the steps, and they're also going to fit the, I'll call it the basics of the plumbing. So they're going to go through the walls with the 2.5-inch pipe. They're going to put the return lines at the bottom of that hot tub in as well. And all of this is really building up to the concrete pour. Now, before they were pouring concrete, a bit of work needed to be done on the control room. And the control room location, it's about 5 or 6 feet away, so it's pretty close. And it's going to be underneath the steps, so it's out of the elements. It's going to be hidden away. It's a clever use of space, and there's plenty of room underneath those steps. And you can see behind me that they're insulating the walls as well, just doing a bit of prep work underneath those steps to put in that control room. So this has taken a couple of months to kind of get to this stage. Dave and Jeffrey are very busy people, as most of the customers and DIYers that I help are, so they're very much doing this in their very limited spare time. But it's super exciting. So this was the update about a week ago now, and it was time for the concrete pour. So truck arrived, and rather than mixing the concrete by hand, they've opted to order it in and then just pump it into the concrete forms. Now, when you're doing this, you've got to remember you need to vibrate that concrete down as well. The vibrating process is you're putting a whacker plate on the top or a vibrating plate, and that then allows the air bubbles that are sort of trapped in that concrete to rise up to the surface, so that you have a solid structure with no air holes, no air gaps in your ICF concrete forms. So they did pour the walls and the base at the same time, but this wasn't a mono pour. So a mono pour is where everything is connected. They did do 2 separate pours, and they had the base poured inside of the ICF, so it's kind of up a bit from the floor, and they poured the walls at the same time. So it's an easier way of doing it than trying to do a mono pour. I would only suggest you do a mono pour if you've got some concrete guys that have done it before, because it can be a challenge, and you've got to have the mixture just right, otherwise it can be a total disaster. So here we have it, current state of play for Jeffrey and Dave's ICF hot tub. The walls are in, they're waiting for the concrete to cure. Next steps, it's going to be finishing off the plumbing, it's going to be getting onto that interior, rendering the surface, waterproofing the surface, finishing the surface. So there's a lot of work to do on this project. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss the next update on this project. As always, I appreciate the view. Thanks ever so much for watching. I hope you found this short video useful, and I will see you on the next video. If you've liked this video, please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next video.